Today at Home with Miss Joan, we're going to make another good breakfast. It's low carb waffles. And when you look up the carbs in waffles, everybody loves them. About 25 in one. And this little recipe that I'm going to show you has less than 4. What we're going to do is, I'm going to mix it up here in my food processor. I've got 4 eggs already in my food processor. I'm going to add 8 ounces of cream cheese, okay? Pack of cream cheese. Y'all know if you watch my channel, I soften up this cream cheese. Just makes it mix up a little easier. And I'm going to use a tablespoon of coconut flour. Because if you're eating low carb, coconut flour is very low in carbs. Any kind of a nut flour is, almond flour, whatever. All right. Here we go. Tablespoon coconut flour. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon. One time I was in a hurry and I went up there and I grabbed cumin instead of cinnamon. Can you imagine putting a teaspoon of cumin in your waffles? Oh, my daughter come over here for breakfast and she sat down and she started spitting in the butter and I thought, oh, mercy. And I went and looked and that's exactly what I've done. So this is a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now for your sweetener, since we're trying to, real sugar has a lot of carbs in it, I'm going to put a tablespoon of Swerve, which is erythritol. Okay, and then when you look at the back, you'll see it says 3 carbs, but the erythritol has 3 grams in it, and you get to subtract that out. So you're adding 0 carbs.
You're subtracting out the sugar alcohols.
Yes, that's right. I'm glad you interjected that. Save me on this, okay? I don't want to confuse anybody. All right, that's it. Now, you can put like sugar-free chocolate chips in it. We like that. Have a chocolate chip waffle. You could add anything here you wanted to. You just got to allow for the carbs that you're adding to it. Now you could mix this up with your hand mixer. You could mix it up with just your hand and spoon. This is how I do mine. It smells really good. Wish you could smell it. Alrighty. I'm going to move Big Bertha here out of the way. See if this works anyway. Because I was trying to cook, looking at y'all. Would you stand right there for just a minute and not fall on the floor? I surely would appreciate it. All right. I'm going to try putting about a half a cup of the batter in my waffle. Okay, and I've sprayed it with a non-stick spray. Oh, that's hot. I'm going to try to fill up every little hole. Because it's going to rise up a little bit. That half cup is pretty good there. My notes say, the last time I made this, that I got 5 waffles out of this recipe. So y'all let me know if you try this, how you got it out of your waffle iron, okay? There it is. Now, it's going to go in here and cook for about 6 minutes. Depends on how hot your waffle iron heats up, okay? I've lifted it up here at 5 minutes. See my little muffin. My waffle. These little buckets are hot. Hallelujah. Okay. Now, I usually just want one of these things, okay? But it says I cook 2 here. I'm going to show them to you. There they are. You saw my little quick recipe. You saw how 5 to 6 minutes you got it done. Got a little piece of bacon by it. I will tell you that the half a cup measure, when I measured out what was left in the food processor, I just had 2 more half a cups. So that's 4 servings. So if you only get 4 servings out of my little recipe, then you've got 4.7 carbs, net carbs, in one waffle. But, you can jazz it up any how you want to. Like just a few, blueberries with it. That look good. 1 piece of bacon, Bacon has a lot of fat in it, but it's low carb. And then we like using this sugar-free syrup right here. It also has what they call sugar alcohol. Now to all you Baptists out there, we're not drinking alcohol. Preacher hadn't started drinking alcohol. That's like the erythritols and all that's in the sugars, and you get to subtract that out when you're counting your carbs, okay? And then let me see how many I'm supposed to use here. 2 tablespoons, okay? 2 tablespoons. So, look at here. You pour that. You won't be able to tell this from eating one of them 25 carb waffles. Now will you? Just look at that. Woo-wee. Isn't that pretty? Okay, that's our low carb muffins. I told you we were going to try our best around here to cut back on our carbs for 1 month. So this will definitely is a keeper for us to have for our breakfast. And then here also this ready whip, real whipping cream. You can put 2 tablespoons of that on there just because it's low carb too. Well, you don't cover up the whole thing with it, but isn't that great? I'm going to put the recipe to this down in the description box. And I enjoyed making this for y'all today. You know I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate all of y'all that did. Just share my videos if you enjoy stuff like this. But I bet right now some of you are wanting a low-carb choice for breakfast. That looks like something you'd get somewhere at a breakfast house right here at Home with Miss Joan this morning.